Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Another beautiful morning in Dubai. Today we're going to one of the craziest supercar and hypercar dealers in the world. This place, allegedly, I'm hoping it's still there, has a new Countach, a Veneno. I've only seen one Veneno in my entire life, and that was in... Excuse me.
Well, it's a Veneno, isn't it?
Veneno?
Who calls it a Veneno? I've never heard that.
Cancel the
That
vlog.
is ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I think it's called.
Well, don't walk in there and say
I'm gonna
that.
say, hey, I'm interested in purchasing this Veneno.
And they'll say, we don't have one.
There are so many luxurious skyscrapers in this city, and we're not even in downtown. It's actually unreal. Just got to First Motors, and I can already see the entire front row of cars is all hypercar. We are inside First Motors now, and this has to be the coolest dealership I have ever seen in my entire life. The amount of hypercars and supercars here is actually mind-blowing, so I can't wait to give you a little tour. Starting things off strong with the Bugatti Divo. Only 40 of these made. It's a track-focused version of the Chiron, 1,500 horsepower, quad turbocharged W16. The paintwork on this is spectacular. I think the Divo might be my favorite looking Chiron ever made. Look at the rear taillights, that exhaust shape, that wing. What do you think, Archie? Big Divo fan?
Yeah.
I'm panning over and giving a little tease at some of the other hypercars here, but
there is a lot of cars here.
There's a lot of cars here.
But everyone will see it in your video, but like, wait, you've seen nothing yet.
Yeah, it's insane. Okay, moving on to this beautiful full exposed carbon Chiron. Something I learned recently is these are actually BBS wheels. I thought they looked similar to the BBS FIRs, but they are actually made by BBS. They're just Bugatti branded. Look how gorgeous that exposed carbon fiber weave is. And then there's not just two Bugattis, there are four Bugattis. The Chiron Super Sport, the first car to ever go over 300 miles an hour. It's got an extra 100 horsepower over the standard Chiron for a total of 1,600. I love the vents right there. This thing is full exposed carbon as well. It's got that longer extended rear end. So if you take a look at the Super Sport's rear end compared to a more standard Chiron Sport. And then we've got another full exposed carbon Chiron. Okay, and to the left of it, I actually missed this, and Archie said something funny in his video that he's like, oh look, it's a 458 as a joke. But not only is there a LaFerrari coupe here, there's a LaFerrari Aperta as well. I mean,
it's pretty insane.
This is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. And like, yeah, I mean, we've done 4 or 5 cars by now, so
yeah, let's go to the other 50. One of the most impressive parts to me is, along with the fact that this is the most ridiculous collection I've ever seen, is a lot of these cars have been sold. There's only, we're gonna come back to this because the Veneno is one of my favorite cars in the world. There's only 13 of these ever made, and someone just bought it. I think maybe even yesterday, and then there's a Sion next to it that somebody bought as well. So the cars aren't just sitting here. People are actually buying these maybe $10 million hypercars. So you asked me the same question.
Yeah.
If you could have any car here in the world, infinite money, what are you going home with?
Divo probably.
Yeah, the Divo's pretty cool.
Divo, but the Veneno is, can't get the words out. Whatever it's called. It is still insane, but does it have a roof?
This is a Roadster, so no. I don't know. I actually don't know if it comes with a roof. I'm not sure.
Might want to know that if it's going back to London.
So this is the Lamborghini Veneno. It came out in 2013 to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Lamborghini because they were founded in 1963. Full carbon fiber body based on the Aventador. So it's got the 6.5 liter V12 making 740 horsepower, 7-speed single clutch gearbox. I mean, the bodywork on this is just truly insane. And I think compared to, while I do love the new Countach, this feels more like a rebodied Aventador with some retro styling, whereas this looks like an entirely new car. So they made 4 coupes, one of which I believe is at the Lamborghini Museum, and then they made 9 Roadsters, one of which is sitting right here. Apparently there's another one in Dubai as well. This one has been purchased by one lucky owner. Taking a look at the rear end of the Veneno, one of the coolest looking rear ends of any car. What I didn't realize is it actually has an adjustable rear wing with all of the different positions written in Italian, so I have no idea what that means. Veneno written on the side. A lot of aftermarket wheel companies actually, I believe, copied the design of the Veneno wheels. They look so darn cool. I am just absolutely in love with this car. And then next to it, another Lamborghini hypercar, the Sion Hybrid V12. This is going to be kind of a cue of the next generation of Lamborghinis. So there's going to be some stylistic similarities between this and the new generation Aventador. We've seen spy photos of the new Aventador, and those headlights share some similarities with that. And obviously the new Aventador is going to be a hybrid. P1 GTR, casual, just sitting here. Look at that. Sold as well. Someone bought that. I mean,
or maybe they've just put sold in everything. We don't know.
We don't know, but I doubt it. No, obviously not, because most of them do not have sold on them.
No.
And then beautiful 16M right there. Ford GT. I mean, the fact that a dealership like this, you can skip over something like a Ford GT. Although, let's go ahead and check this out. Lamborghini Ducatis that he was saying. Paul Wallace actually had one. I had no idea.
For 5 minutes.
And then he wrote it off?
No, he flipped it.
No, good for him. Moving on to a beautiful section of Ferraris. I like how they've kind of grouped together the manufacturers. We have the Bugatti section, the Lamborghini section. Gorgeous F50. You know, I love the F40, but after going to Monterey Car Week and seeing so many F50s, I think it might be my new favorite classic Ferrari. Then next to that, beautiful yellow Ferrari Enzo, 599 GTO, and one of the coolest blue colors I've ever seen. And then check this out. This is a Mansory SP2. Not only is it an extremely rare 1 of 499 Ferrari hypercar, somebody has put an aftermarket body kit on it. Nice new carbon fiber front splitter. Look at the wheels on this. I mean, how epic do you have to be to buy one of these and decide, not quite good enough for me, I think I'll modify it. 2 different colored seats. Can't get over those wheels. And check out the rear diffuser. Oh my God. And then another Enzo, not very many black Enzos out there in the world. And then a LaFerrari, followed by another LaFerrari Aperta. Let's go ahead and go to the front of these cars. Look at that, the Enzo's sold as well. Unbelievable. Archie and I have both been very fortunate to see some pretty cool cars throughout our career. And not even owning or driving or sitting in any of these cars, we're still like, you're freaking out, right? Like this is
very cool.
This is actually unbelievably impressive.
Yeah, we've not even seen half.
And we also haven't come through half the cars yet, so let's continue. Check this out. This looks familiar, as you guys know. Identical spec to the 812 Superfast that I had, only a different interior color. My interior was black. I like this tan interior better. Looks cool against, I'm believing this is Blue Le Mans is the color. And then check this out. We've got an SLR 722 and then a full carbon fiber exposed SLR. Look at the weave on that. Next to it, SL65 Black Series, some sort of aftermarket treatment to it. AMG GTRs, beautiful Senna. Look at the Senna seats in all red. That is super cool. In the United States, most Mercedes dealers would be lucky to have 1 AMG GT Black Series for sale, and there are 4 sitting here. Best handling Mercedes I have ever driven. I really want one of these cars. I'm actually really jealous of their filming location right here for pictures. Nice little white booth. This is the AMG 1 paint scheme. So for people who had an AMG 1 allocation, that's the only way you could get this Mercedes diamond paint option. So if you see one of these driving around and it's the original owner, they've probably got a Project 1 or AMG 1 coming. What do you think of the AMG 1? It just set the Nürburgring record.
Very cool.
Beautiful GT2 RS Club Sport. Track-only version of the GT2 RS that is already an absolutely insane track weapon. And then this is the most ridiculous display of SUVs I have ever seen. And we noticed tucked behind this Mansory G-Wagon is a Brabus 4x4 squared. So, I mean, you could miss these absolutely insane cars if you didn't go through every nook and cranny of this dealer. I mean, look at this full custom interior. That is absolutely wild. Stunning 765 LT. The paintwork on this is ridiculous. This one's got a roof scoop, and if we come over to this one's actually got an aftermarket roof scoop, non-functional, I would assume. Aftermarket hood as well, and another 765 LT. Nice looking Huracan Evo, which both of us had Huracan Evos.
When did you have one?
I had an Evo Spider. It was black, and then I wrapped it blue. Maybach, Cullinan. And these aren't just standard Cullinans. Some of them are wide body. Look at this, Mansory Cullinan. I actually quite like that vent. Sometimes Mansory goes overkills, but other times they do a good job. I think this...
I like
You like all of them?
Yeah.
Even that, see, the only thing I'm not a fan of is this like kind of chopped carbon fiber that they do if they put it all over the car. But I understand why some people could like it. This is almost identical to the one that I had, Black Evo Spider. Beautiful purple Performante. And the first time we walked by, we actually missed all of these Huracan STOs because we were so in awe of all of the hypercars. Really like that gray color. And then check this out, one of my all-time favorites, Murcielago SV. These things have been going crazy in value recently. And don't worry, it doesn't stop there. Look at this satin gray Ferrari F12 TDF. This is another car that I've always really wanted to drive. The F12 is kind of a significantly worse car than the A12. They made so many improvements, but I've heard with the TDF treatment, it's an absolute weapon. And I'd love to drive one. Then look at this, we've got a wide body Rolls-Royce Dawn. There's so many custom cars here as well. It's not just stock vehicles. There's like full wide body kit vehicles. Look at the interior on this. That is absolutely wild. I've actually never seen anything like that. Nice MC20, and then a ridiculous array of SF90s. Assetto Fiorano package with the carbon fiber. But let's go over to my favorite SF90 of the lot. We've got this absolutely gorgeous, you guys know I love purple, but Assetto Fiorano package, purple SF90. How stunning is that? And then behind it, two Speciale Apertas. It's only 499 in the world, and two of them are sitting right here. Reserved. Pretty cool color combination with the red and the blue. Some standard F8s, nice 812 GTS, and then all of these Maybachs. I thought they were all matching, but I just realized this is a blue two-tone, which I've never seen before. Pretty cool. Nice two-tone there and there as well. Sion rear end. I don't know if I love the rear taillight design of the Sion or the exhaust, but in certain specs, I do like that car. And then coming around to the back of the Countach, pretty kind of interesting, unique two-tone wheels, especially with the red center lock caps. Similar rear end design for the Countach as the Sion over there. And then we've got the Speedtail, another car I've always wanted to review. Three-seater hypercar by McLaren. And I almost wonder why they don't make more three-seater cars. It's so unique and makes it stand out from the pack. But I feel like other companies should actually do that. Imagine sitting in the center of the car with two of your friends, one on either side. Well, guys, there you have it. Without exaggeration, this was the craziest hypercar dealership I have ever seen in my entire life. Archie was explaining in his video that there's some dealers with crazy cars, classic cars that are worth 50 million bucks, but both of us are into newer cars. And literally every car here is something out of a dream. So special thanks to First Motors for having us and allowing us to film their absolutely incredible collection. Make sure to follow Archie's channel. I've got a link in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. And I'm gonna stare at this Divo for the rest of the day. All right, guys, see you next video.